What's going on? I'm Zedmont. Due to a bit of a recording snafu, I think that word works. We're already on stage 2. Nonetheless, today we're going to talk about this building right here, one of the most expensive upgrades in the game, and that is the weapon lab. Not the weapons lab. I called it the wrong thing for like 3 years, but what I'm going to do in this video is focus on the weapon lab, what you should do with it, what you should do with its contents, and this is geared more towards lower level players than anything. But maybe you'll learn something, maybe you can teach me something. So I figured a lot of the questions that I see are, should I build the weapon lab? And B, what prototypes should I build? And C, why do I have no parts and I keep seeing everyone has like 400 parts and I have like 3? So, number 1. Build the weapon lab as fast as you possibly can. As soon as you have the ability to build the weapons lab, see, I've already called it the weapons lab, there's no S, you should build it. It's as simple as that. And the reason is, you're not going to accumulate prototype parts from PvP, from NPC, from Crab, from Dr. T, unless you built it. Ooh, look at that crystal. Whoop, whoop. Now, the only place you can accumulate them is on War Factory, and you won't even be able to see how many parts you have. So just build the weapon lab as fast as you possibly can, and then just leave it. Don't build prototypes. When you're level XP 40 or XP 51 or even like up to 58, there is no use for prototypes. All the prototypes are going to do is help raise your VP. Even if one person doesn't attack you, your VP is going to go up a little bit, and you're going to face harder opponents. Now, if you want to push VP at XP 50, by all means, give it a shot. It's ridiculously hard, and even then, prototypes aren't going to help you. Just attack and save your prototypes for when you're a higher level and you actually have a use for them. And once you get about 100 of each part, it's way easier to balance which prototypes you should build. Once you have 100 of each part, you can build based on needs and keep it at about 100 per. If you're sitting at like 4 or 5 or 10, you're not going to be able to balance your prototypes. So that's what I'd highly suggest is A, build it right away. The second you have the ability to build it, please build it. That way every attack, I think you have somewhere in the neighborhood of a 15% chance of getting a prototype module. I should know the exact drop rates, but I don't. So the bottom line is, it's more than 0. That's all you need to know. You have a chance of getting prototype modules on every single attack. And please, again, I am 90% sure on this. If there's some sort of attack, like maybe you can't get them from Dr. T, or you can't get them some other way, please correct me. I double-checked the Crab stuff. Shout out to Mr. PK. He was the first person to come to my aid and confirm that yes, you can get prototype modules from Crab. I can't 100% confirm that you can't get them without the weapon lab, but that's how it works in the rest of the game. So please, build the weapon lab. You only need to build level 1. Don't worry about level 2, 3, 4, or 5. When you get a higher level, do that, obviously. But for the moment, just build the weapon lab, accumulate those parts, and good things will happen. Medkits, Mr. Medkit. Uh-oh. See that? Sparky selected that mortar, and then she changed her mind when I flared the headquarters. That's a little bit annoying when that happens, but I guess it's understandable because she shifted around a little bit when I flared the core. Crystal again. We are on a run. Look at this. 2 crystals so far. I don't think I got one on stage 1. Let's have a look. Stage 1, no crystal. Stage 2, yes. Stage 4, yes. Good day. I like this. As you can see, my endless reserves are fixed. I don't know if I mentioned that or not. It's just a matter of logging in with Android. And if you have non-Supercell ID accounts on Android, it's a bit of a pain because you have to log in with the Supercell ID account and then log out and then clear app data and then log in with the other one. It's a bit of a pain, but much easier than iOS where you just can't do it. So Supercell ID, far easier on Android. But if you need information on that, hit me up in the comments and I could make a video on it, or I could walk you through it, or None of the above. Whatever you prefer, I am game to do. I'm going to flare into this corner. It's a bit of a grandma flare, but I love that term, by the way. Grandma flare, thank you very much, PSC Ryan, is one of my favorite terms for some reason lately. I don't know who came up with it. Ryan, if you're watching, please let me know who coined that term, but I love the term grandma flare. It is fantastic. I'm going to do a shock there and a shock there. I think that should cover everything. A clear for the free snipe. I love clears for free snipes. Anytime I get the opportunity to clear for a free snipe on like Phobos or Comp, my favorite was always Conifold. That was my favorite free snipe forever, but it doesn't happen terribly often. Always rockets below core and stuff. So, anyways, that's it. Stage 5 going down. Ball of flames. Now. I'll show you my weapon lab. It's so hard not to say that S. I'm gonna keep calling it the weapons lab. I think they should just rename it. I'm gonna make a petition or something. So here's my weapon lab. As you can see, I have a lot of parts, somewhere between 154 and 348. And that reason for that is because A, I never build prototypes, and B, I'm terrible at balancing them. Ideally, you balance them based on, say, you build a laser beam this week because it's high in glow sticks. Then you build a Doom cannon next week because it doesn't have any glow sticks. So that's the majority of it. A, build the weapon lab as fast as you possibly can. B, don't upgrade it. Don't use any prototypes. Just ignore it. Put it at the back of the base. Hide it in your trees. Like, I'll move. Let's just go like this. I'm going to move mine back into the trees. And then just ignore it. Like, don't even think about it. Ignore it. Leave it back there. Collect your parts and use them when you're at a higher VP. When you're at a higher VP, you have more expensive upgrades. The upgrades cost more. It's more of a grind. So save your prototypes. If you want to try and defend later on when you have high level defenses, then by all means. But trying to defend when you're XP 40 just doesn't make any sense because you're going to get level 55 players attacking you and it's just going to be frustrating. So by all means, upgrade your offense. Accumulate your prototype parts, and then later on you can just beast on people and be that annoying person who always has 3 prototypes out and can hit the latest cycles and all that sort of stuff. It's a bit of FOMO, but just leave it for later on. You will reap the benefits. Medkit. Why do I have Everspark loaded? Why did I shock with like 10 seconds left on my smoke timer? Medkit for the win. Upgrade your medkit, by the way. I love the medkit. I use it probably way too often, but on PvP, on NPC, on Dr. T, it works great. I got another crystal. Yeah, you're supposed to get a crystal. It's all good. Could you imagine if you didn't get a crystal on stage 6? That would be frustrating, and that's part of the reason why when Imitation Game came in, we now get less powder per week due to Imitation Game. That's my primary beef with Imitation Game. I really wish they would give a guaranteed crystal. Stage 7, fair bit of health, 459,200. We're going to bring some heavies, probably, and go to the back. A lot of mines. Ooh, look at all that. None of that's free, though. That's the problem. Maybe we could... Oh, I got an idea. Let's do something... I'm going to try something silly. Just bear with me for a moment. Let's try... I'm going to go like this. And we're just going to try something a bit ridiculous and a bit silly, but I think it might be a functional thing. Let's flare all the way back into here. I think Everspark can get back there. And I think her critters might get... Look at that. Dodging rockets like a boss. But my thinking is that she can get all of these boxes with her critters. I don't know if that's actually going to happen or not, but it sure seems like a lot of free GD. We're at 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, 27, 30. You can get up to 36 GBE if everything goes perfectly. So that's why I'm doing this. I don't know if it's actually going to work out, but so far, come on, drop some critters, Everspark. Oh man, the critters are going the wrong way. I need you to go north, critters. There we go, one's going north. That's good. But not quite enough. I'm gonna flare. Should I flare her? Yeah, we might as well. So I've already used 5 GBE to get her in position, so maybe not the best, but there's 36 GBE here, so there we go. Critters are going north. We're in good shape. The shock launcher. I realize this is extremely boring to watch right now, but it seems like a pretty good strategy. We've boosted our GBE a little bit. I don't know if it's worth it or not. Let's retreat. I'm going to load a couple boats of heavies, and then we'll just hit the core from behind, like in the 2 o'clock region or something like that. Whether you want to do that or not. I'm going to do that one more time with a little bit different flare, and we'll see if that's any better. And we'll do it with heavies loaded this time. And hopefully 2 loads of heavies? Sure. Obviously we won't have Miss Brick for the core hit, but hopefully this extra GBE will be the difference. Let's find out. I'm going to flare all the way back in the corner this time. That flamethrower concerns me a lot. But we managed to sneak by. Second flamethrower. That didn't even hit us. Look at that. It was just shooting at the wind. That was amazing. So this is a far better flare spot. All of our critters are going north. We should be able to accumulate a decent number of them by the time we get to that shock launcher area. Gaining GBE like crazy. And now... Nope, they're going to go south again. So I don't know if that's actually worthwhile or not. I'll leave that to your discretion. But so far, so good. Should have scouted the level of this mine. And now, 1, 2. Gonna get all of our Zukas in behind. Come on, heavies. Heavies doing wonderful things to keep our troops alive at the shore there. Now, before your Zukas catch up, you want to flare. That's critical because you need your heavies to stay out front or bad things will happen. Hopefully our heavies clear all of those mines. Beautiful. 75 GBE all the way back here. So, uh-oh, you dum-dum. 1, 2, 3, and medkits for the win. Beautiful. I like this. This is looking good. Can you imagine if we had Brick back here? It would have been... I don't know if we're going to have enough damage, to be honest. So, we were not GBE short. So, the whole Everspark back left corner thing, I don't think it's worth it. We need the extra damage of Brick. Otherwise, the tech would have been perfect, I think, but just didn't get what we needed out of that. Sorry, that was like 2 minutes of your life that you'll never get back. My apologies. I think I'm going to get rid of the boom. I'm not going to clear any mines. Let's just go like that. Actually, I'm going to clear this one. The reason for that is, when they come forward, it's going to be a bit of a pain. So, Zuka's in behind. Get back there, Brick. Now, before that box explodes, we want to get our troops moving because otherwise we're going to lose all of our Zukas to that rocket. Things are walking a bit of an angle, which could be a problem, but... Oh, look at that. They angled perfectly. That was beautiful. Now we're rocking and rolling. Now, the problem is that flare's a little bit... Oh, they actually stayed underneath smoke. Wow. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, and medkits for days. Brick battle orders are going to give us so much extra gusto. Is that a word? Gusto? Yes, yes it is. Come on, come on, it's going to be so close, even with battle orders. Wow. One more attack needed. I'm not impressed with that at all. So that bottom rocket launcher is some... Actually, you know what? Let's check. I'm going to check the mine level. I apologize. That was... This mine right here is the one that concerns me. Okay, so that is also an issue. Okay. So this rocket launcher is just barely ranging us, so I need to drop my medkits further to the right because the heavies are going to distract this one. And also, let's just do this in the smart way. Come on. We can do a 3 for 6 and a 5 for 6 back here and gain some GBE. So, oh wow. My artillery does not... Whew. Gross. Okay. Now, let's go like this. Okay, free GBE. We are starting off a little bit better this time. Heavies out front. Zookas in behind. And Brick for that matter. We're going to clear that, whatever that thing's called, and then we'll move back into here. We'll smoke the Zookas first. Always, always smoke your Zookas first because the heavies can take a few shots to the dome. And now we're going to go right back here. And the reason for right back there is I want everything to split on that sniper tower, which should make sure that we get both of those mines like that and like that. Perfect. Okay, so that is looking much better. Oh, where are you serious right now, Brick? Like, what in the world? That was ridiculous. I don't even have words. Like, that attack was going perfectly, then all of a sudden Brick decides she needs to walk out of the smoke. And she didn't just walk out, she walked like 10 feet out. Ah! Are you kidding me? That was a perfect attack, and then all of a sudden Brick just goes doo-doo-doo. I think we still have the delay even. This is why I need endless reserves, because I don't plan very well, and when I do, Brick does Brick-related things. I don't even know what to say about... Where is that heavy going? That is ridiculous. Let's get into here. Hopefully we can get all of our Zookas underneath smoke. There we go. And right there. Exact same spot. I'm going to go to the exact same spot and hope that Brick actually does what Brick is supposed to do. Let's go like that. Give it a little bit of a backwards area to clean up. Now, there's nowhere to Brick for Brick. Look where Brick went again! She tried to step out like a foolish person. 1, 2, 3, and medkits over here because that side is going to get wrecked. That's looking a little bit better. I think we should be able to get this down. There's a lot of health here. Wow, come on. It's going to be so close. Get it. Get it, Brick. Holy. I'll be right back. I'm going to step out for a sec as my phone rings, and I'll be right back. Okay, so let's show you my attack log. We've got all of those attacks on stage 7. Tons. Hundreds almost. Granted, not all of them are real attacks, because I've got a couple barrages that have just been absolutely... Look at that. That's my first time I've ever got that. Things are looking up. That's a good sign. Couple minor issues where Brick has stepped out of smoke, and I've gotten the core down to like 5% health. Like, absolutely nothing left, and it just refuses to go down. So we're going to try the left-hand side. I don't entirely know the path, but I figure if we can get all of our troops walking and keep a good chunk of them alive, there should be some sort of path. We'll just follow the smoke, and we'll just keep the smoke in front of our troops, and we should be able to figure it out. Looks like they're going to split a little bit to the left. All is well there. I'd really like to keep the delay on this. I don't know if that's actually possible or not. Please don't hit that mine. Please don't hit that mine. Oh. Okay, so we've got a fair amount of GBE, actually. Let's back up, lost our delay, but that's okay. 1, 2, 3, and medkits for days. There's rockets behind us. But, oh, this is looking pretty good, actually. This is looking pretty good. It's going down. Hallelujah. I'm going to throw an artillery right in the middle of all my troops just because that was not happy times. Honestly, that is the most consecutive attacks I've done on stage 7, and only 1 crystal. So difficult stage 7, better success going to the left. I think I went to the left like 4 to 5 times. Look at this, 28 minutes of consecutive attacks on Dr. T stage 7. Let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20... 21 attacks on stage 7. That is ridiculous. Hopefully you get it in fewer. I feel like that was 70% bad luck. Brick stepping out of smokes, bad barrages, all sorts of stuff like that. But, and look how much gold I have. I burned so much gold. I'll have to look at the totals in my previous video. But nonetheless, managed to get it down. I am human. I do fail a lot. I figured I'd leave this in just so you can see that I fail a lot. I realize I cut out a lot. I only show you the successes, but here are a lot of failures. But back to the topic of the video, Weapon Lab. Build it. Don't upgrade it. Don't use it. Just build it. Didn't I move this back into here a second ago? That was confusing. Anyways, I'm Zedmod. Thanks for coming in, and hit me up in the comments if you have questions about prototypes or the weapon lab, or why I was so terrible on stage 7. Nonetheless, thanks for coming in. Peace.